Hunstanton, a place that I didn't feel very comfortable in. It's very crowded, there's a lot going on, very vibrant, hence the choice of colour along here. And the hill, it just felt like it was on top of me, and it was too much. Couldn't wait to get away. Some people really like it, but I'm quite a private person, so I found it really stressful. Further we got away and then into Old Hunstanton, and you've got these beautiful, kind of like stepping stone type rocks. Really enjoyed that because it took my mind off all the hustle and bustle from before. But even then it felt a little monotonous, hard to walk on, really kind of treading and being careful where to step. And then we move on to the Hunstanton Cliffs, which are quite well known in the area because of their colour. Lots of sandstone. And you get a lot of fossils and textures, different depths. And I've tried to show this in the layering. So I've used some print and I've used some Posca over the top, inks, some spray paints, mostly charcoal, I've chosen a favourite. And then we move down further away into a kind of more sandy cove area, and we start reaching boat wrecks that to me felt deathly and hollow and skeletal, so it's kind of almost like a dead creature of some sort. And all the little black dots behind are waves in and out of the sun. Yeah, it was just this beautiful kind of the sand echoing the waves, the texture of the sand caught the motion of the waves, and these funny little hollows of shadow, the sun, areas with the sun glimmering. And then up here I started noticing more about the skies. So back there it was all quite dark and I felt uncomfortable and started to feel a bit more hopeful, a bit more space around me. Listening to the sounds of the birds up here. So this is sort of sound grounds of bird noises, local birds noises in the sky as well. Because when you're outside, it's just so much to take in. And I come back to the print technique. We've got some forest area going on here, a few little beach huts in the background, and we enter Seahenge area, which is where an area of oak tree was removed, and there was a lot of uproar about it. People didn't want it to happen, they wanted it to stay in its natural place. It came about because of erosion. It was found because of erosion of the beach. So 20 pieces found of this old oak, and it feels like the land is going, it's being taken, but also it was a very spiritual place. People still don't know much about it, and they think it's where people went to make their prayers, so it's almost like reaching up, trying to reach the gods for help. And in some ways that's how I feel as well. So we've got a lot of fingerprints and finger marks, trying to embody myself in the work. We come now to a calmer area here, and we've got, I think these are the sounds the oyster catcher give little peep peep noises all the way through the journey. All the way through, and you get to kind of sandy, mud flat areas, much flatter. And here it becomes a bit more dramatic, where you start getting reeds and the boardwalks echo through here. But they're very broken and eroded. You have to be careful where you stand. You don't fall into anything. That's a bit like life in itself. Broken areas, and it becomes very it's boggy really, and you get things like the natterjacks are very known in this area. More boardwalks, broken. Everything feels broken around here. Again, because of the erosion and the age of it all, we've got a lot of pines coming down, the needles pounding you as you walk through. Sounds of marsh tit, because we're in marshy areas. You get some lovely fauna as well. You get a lot of the scarred feel of the barbed wire as well. And again, these big ominous pothole areas, it's almost like you're trying to breathe, everything's trying to breathe and choking. I came across a dead bird and that was quite upsetting. There was a spate of bird flu, but I don't know if this is how the bird died, but it really haunted me and took over for a bit along the walk. But that was in amongst all the reeds and quite hidden. In and out of the reeds, the movement. I've tried to catch this using all my arms and hands, fingers, to get the motion going, to feel part of it. But after a while you feel prisoned by it as well. It's everywhere. And it's like you can't escape. And suddenly come down to the next part of the coast, quite close now to the little fishing village. And these nice areas of water that flow in. You can't really walk very easily across here because it's quite sort of boggy. Lots of fishing areas, and it began to feel claustrophobic again. All the windows, I felt like I was being watched. I felt like I could be in one of these cages. Very mindful of the people and the close proximity of everything. And the clanking of the boats as well on the harbour side, where you can and can't walk. Felt very bordered. Of areas of the sand path, less boardwalks now, mostly sand paths. And the wind racing through, almost taking you away, looking you over in instances. Here, there's a lot of sea spray, a lot going on, and it feels quite desolate, almost like being in a Wait.